Hi everyone, it's me, your favorite Sparkle Girl, aka Karen Sparkle. So yeah, let's just have some fun together as we usually do. Yeah, let's just say I've got nothing else to do, you know. So yeah, so here I am playing with you guys. So let's have some fun. Okay, okay. I can't really think of any ideas. I don't know if anyone else have any ideas. Let me know if you do. I don't mind, really. Hmm. Okay. Well, I do got lots of things to talk about, really. Like The Little Mermaid, for example. And some of the things I also into. Some of the things that you guys are familiar with, but there are some that you may not familiar with because let's just say since I am from the UK, some of the things that I watch can be from in the UK as well. So you have to bear with on this one, okay? So yeah, let's just say I wanted to start talking about The Little Mermaid. Mm-hmm. So first of all, Little Mermaid has been around since the 80s, late 80s actually, because it came out sometimes in November in 1989. Yep, the original one. Yeah. And to tell you guys this, I've always been loved The Little Mermaid ever since then. Ever since I was a kid, because I remember watching it on the 1998 VHS cover. Yep. Okay, so yeah. Um, I don't know. Okay, so um, mm, okay, about this song called "Part of Your World." Wow, I believe it was going to be cut out of the movie, but luckily it didn't because who knows? I mean, what knows what the movie's going to was supposed to be like if they didn't have the song? I mean, I was like, what? You got to be kidding! Whoever had that idea about trying to cut the song out of the movie, well, there's something wrong with them. I mean, seriously, I was like, okay, whatever. We love the song. I mean, can you blame me? I mean, can you blame any of us? I mean, totally. And and not just that, I'm afraid, because I also learned something that you probably might. Well, it's okay if some of you are probably already aware of this, but it's okay if one of you don't. But The Little Mermaid was supposed to be coming to Disney sometimes in the 30s, but they turned it well, they sort of like cancelled the idea. And but luckily though, we have the one that we have now from the 80s. Yeah, totally cool. And from my personal opinion, I know some of you may able to remember this from my other live video about my own sort of defense for the movie and for Ariel herself. Yeah, I did mention before that I kind of feel sorry for Ariel because the way all the characters, even King Triton, her own dad, none of them seem to understand why Ariel is the way she is. And you can't possibly blame Ariel for the way she is because it's like she feels lonely. Like she doesn't got nobody to talk to, even though she does has Flounder every time wherever she goes. But the truth is, it still think. I mean, it still make me think that Ariel still feels like she's alone and doesn't have any company besides Flounder. Yeah, doesn't have anyone to put her, to shoulder on, as in to cry on, something like that. Because let's just say, like I said, you got to feel sorry for Ariel for this point, and yet you guys probably heard that some people seem to be saying that Ariel only wants to be human because she wants to be with Prince Eric, but that's not true. not really true. Well, it may be true to some people, but you know what? I don't bothered. But what I can possibly say, it's the other way round. Way before she actually met Prince Eric. I mean, what is wrong with people these days? Are they fake or something? Sorry for my language, but that's just my personal opinion. So don't get too, hopped up or trying to make it too seriously or anything. So yeah, all I want to say, it doesn't matter to those who say it actually is. All you have to think about by focusing the true side of the story. Yeah. And to tell you guys this, in the original The Little Mermaid story by Hans Christian Andersen, well, to tell you guys this, I believe the story is quite different compared to the one that we all grow up with, the Disney one. Well, sorry for giving you the spoiler alert, but it's kind of sad at the ending. If some of you who just want to hear it, that's fine. But if those of you are aware of it, then you obviously know what I'm talking about here. But I won't say it in case people may, Goblin, you're ruined this for me. So like that. Well, sorry. I mean, it's not my fault. Okay, maybe it is. Okay, sorry, but that's just me. Okay. Um. Okay. Let's talk about Disney. Woohoo. Our favorite company in the whole wide world. And yes, Disney, oh la la. Well, to tell you guys this, I've been a fan of Disney since I was in my early age, actually. I would say between 5 or 6 or so, something like that. And yes, The Little Mermaid is the first Disney movie that I have watched, obviously. And yet, not just The Little Mermaid, of course, but I do love all the other Disney movies too, like Lilo and Stitch, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, Tarzan. Oh, there's so many, like you can't even count. Like, really? Wow. So many. Like, it's like we already have 100 Disney movies already. Cool. Oh, and I don't know if anyone have seen it yet, and it's called Wish. Yep, I've seen it last year on, well, not technically on my birthday, but I watched it sometimes. I was oh yeah, it wasn't my birthday. Oh, sometimes my brain, stupid brain. Okay, sorry about that. I can say that, well, let's just say I kind of like it. I don't quite understand why people doesn't like the animation. I mean, I don't know what's the big deal or what's the point. I mean, I know people can stick with their own opinions, but for me, I just think it's really silly for saying that the animation looks awful. But for me, I don't see anything awful at all. I just think the animation looks fine to me. I mean, does it really that matter? It may be matter to some people, but no, for me, of course. And there are some few other people who probably might agree with me anyway, including my best friend Sophie, because Sophie said she loves it, so why not? And tell the guys this, I kind of like the movie, really. But if some of you who haven't, still haven't seen the movie, that's totally fine. And yet, I kind of like the story though. It's just the way it. Well, it's complicated for me to explain. All I want to say is that Asha, the girl, I just we actually find her awesome character. I mean, I know not many people like her at the moment because we'll have to get used to the character and the story and the movie whatsoever. But yeah, but for me and my best friend Sophie and some other people in the world, we all love Asha. She's an amazing character. hmm And especially this song, This Wish. Oh, I just can't help repeating that song like every time. Not like not like all the time, not like always, but only depends on the mood. If I want to listen to it, I listen to it. When I feel the need, yes. Yeah, you don't want to hear the actual singing, believe me. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Trying to think. Ooh. Um. Uh. Alvin the Chipmunks. Yeah, I love Alvin the Chipmunks ever since I was a kid too. But to be honest, I grew up with the live actions actually. I know there's some few people who grows up with the 80s one or the 60s or the whatever or the new one that we have now. Well, then since it's cancelled, sadly. Well, let's just say it's mainly because I grew up with the live actions because I remember that very day in 2007 when the first movie of the live action of the Alvin the Chipmunks came out that year. And my dad kind of took me to see it, and I had my heart for it. Oh, especially that cute little Theodore. He's such a cute little fluffy chipmunk. Come here, Theodore. Come on, give me a cuddle. Oh, he's so adorable. Okay, snap out of it, Kale Sparkle. Okay, can you blame me for this one? I love Theodore. I wish I could cuddle him forever, like as a pet, or well, maybe a friend. Okay. No, okay, guys. If you really think I'm being silly, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm just being myself. It's what I do. So we just got to get used to it. Okay. And yes, I do love the Chapettes too. Yes. Brittany, well, she's can be she can be sassy, and she can be pretty, and she can be way over the top of herself. And she always has to think about everything that needs to be pretty. Yeah. It's okay just to think about being pretty sometimes, but sometimes we just gotta get used to not always being pretty because sometimes being messy is not always that bad, Brittany. I mean, I think Brittany needs to get a life. I mean, come on. I know she doesn't like dead stuff or anything, but it's pretty normal to get messy anyway when it comes to do like gardening or painting or anything that's like glittery stuff. Okay. And for Jeanette, I kind of like Jeanette really. She's pretty and she's really smart. She may be shy, but she's really intelligent. Yeah. And to tell you guys this, I'm wearing glasses right now while I'm doing my live video. And the only reason why I wear glasses is because I keep getting headaches lately. And yes, I'm starting to think I am Jeanette sometimes too now since I'm starting to wear glasses. Only on the computer, of course. I mean, I don't have to wear my glasses every time in the house or anything. I don't have to wear it doing other things, but just the computer. It's just one of these things. Yeah. Let's just say there's nothing else to do besides going on my laptop, because that's the only thing I go on when I'm at home. So yeah. But don't get me wrong, I do watch things on the TV or the DVD player, or have a little play with my dogs Betty and Bella. Yeah, something like that. Okay, moved on. And Eleanor, she's amazing. She's my favorite. I just love her. And I do feel like she's somehow can be a sister to me because we do have some in common. And yet, me and Eleanor do like some things that, well, I do like cooking from time to time. Yeah, and believe me, I never used to like cooking when I was younger, but I'm starting to get used to it. So why not try and get used to do some cooking? And there's lots of food that I do personally like to cook, and especially when it comes to eating, like yummy. Mm. Okay, don't get too hungry, guys. Okay, I do like spaghetti bolognese or spaghetti with the meatballs with lovely tomato sauce, and I also like lasagna and shepherd pie, cottage pie. Oh, fish and chips. Ooh. And I also like, there's so many food I can possibly like. Ooh, damn. Okay. Mm, oh yeah. Steak pie. Mmm. Oh yeah, sausage and mash. Yes. Mm. Oh, and yes, I also like curry now. I never used to like curry when I was a kid, but I'm starting to love curry now. And I just had curry for my tea just then, ago. Yeah, could I just say, it's way past tea time already, and now it's 9:46 here in the UK. So yeah, Okay, let's see. Oh, hmm. Trying to think, girl. Come on. Okay. You know, I mentioned that I will talk about some of the things that you may not familiar with, and it's okay if you never heard of it. So, okay, I do like EastEnders, and yes, it's a show that I watch in the UK. Although there are some people in the US do watch EastEnders sometimes too, but mainly it's based in the UK because I watch it on the iPlayer, and if you're from the UK, you can get to watch the iPlayer because if you're not in the UK or anywhere that is part of the Europe, you won't be able to watch anything on iPlayer because it won't be available for you to watch. And that same thing on that Disney website. Every time I try to watch something on that Disney website, something called um something to do with Sky or something. It just said that I'm not in the country to play the thing, something like that. I know. Oh boy. Okay, but never mind. Okay. Oh wait. Ooh, Disney princesses. I love Disney princesses, especially Ariel. Uh-huh. And don't get me wrong, I also like all the Disney princesses, like Rapunzel, Belle, Jasmine, um, Aurora, Merida. Um, what else? Oh yeah, Cinderella. Hmm. Although I can't say all the Disney princesses in order actually, because let's just say Disney princesses had their own movies from like start from Snow White for example, because Snow White is the very first Disney movie, although first movie to be in color. That's what I mean, in the full length. Uh, just hang on. Oh, oh, sorry, itchy eye. Oh, goodness. Okay, okay, start this. Okay, here we go. Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Pocahontas, Mulan, Tiana, Rapunzel, Merida, and Moana. Yep, These are the Disney princesses in order. Yeah, because each of the movies has. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. Ugh, this, ugh. Sorry, just got an itchy eye. Don't worry. It's pretty normal. Okay, okay, ooh, 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 My Little Pony. I love My Little Pony. Uh-huh. I especially love Twilight Sparkle too. Yeah. Um, and speaking about, when I mentioned about my glasses, well, my mom sort of said to me, I look like Twilight Sparkle, but side-wide, actually, from the Cresty Girls, because she's wears glasses anyway. So my mom said I do look like side-wide, wearing my own glasses. Yeah. To be honest, I always keep getting obsessed wearing glasses from time to time. Not always. It's just sometimes way before I have my own classes, but I always sometimes grab my own dad's glasses and put them on. And my mom or my dad always put like this sort of like a smile, give me of a smile sort of face, like, what do you like, Caitlin? So like that. And I was like, oh, come on. I like it. I'm used to wearing glasses sometimes. I mean, seriously. And that was the calm of my mom and my dad said I look like Sideswipe from Equestria Girls or Jeanette from Alvin the Chipmunks. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. And yes, I also like Doctor Who. Doctor Who? The Time Traveler, of course. Because Doctor Who always comes to the rescue and saves the day from those nasty, evil aliens and monsters and robots, or any kind, or you could be human. Yeah. Okay. And to tell you guys this, I've been a fan of Doctor Who ever since I was about like 8, actually, because it was in 2009, because I still got that memory of my dad's old laptop, because I never really had a laptop at that young age at the time. So yeah, I'll just say I remember my dad has this part 1 and part 2 of the same episode called End of Time on iTunes on my dad's collection sort of thing. And that's how I discovered Doctor Who. Way before I started to watch Doctor Who like properly, when Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor, well, basically when he was the new Doctor at the time back in 2010. Yeah, and I still remember this sort of a quick trailer of the 11th Doctor with this new character, Amy Pond, which sadly she's not a new character anymore because that was a long time ago. And yet I still remember that trailer anyway. And and they were on this sort of grass and they were looking at the sky, looking at the stars and that. And then suddenly some sounds were invading, and then suddenly the lights appeared, and then suddenly the ground was sort of like boom, and then the Doctor and Amy literally fly into the air in a space, and then all those villains like the Daleks, Cybermen, any other kind of aliens or monsters or robots appeared, especially the Whipping Angels. Yeah, don't blink, never blink, or don't turn around because the Whipping Angels, they will get you. Yeah, because they either kill you or they they put you in the other universe or take you back in time in the olden times. But don't worry, it's not real. Don't get too scared, guys. So yeah, okay. And I also like Tracy Beaker because Tracy Beaker has been around since 2002. Well, basically, sometimes in the 90s before the actual TV show came out in 2002. Because let's just say there's a book of the story of Tracy Beaker that actually came out in the 90s. So yeah, until in 2002, they decided to make it into a live action TV show starring Danny Harmer as Tracy Beaker. And to tell you guys this, Danny is the best Tracy Beaker ever. Yeah. Everyone in the whole wide world loves Tracy. Yeah. Everyone from the UK or in the US, we all love Tracy Beaker. I know not many people are aware about Tracy Beaker, and that's totally fine. At least I explained it to you. And if you're interested, be free to watch the TV show. You will love it. Or if you want to read the book, always go and buy it. It will be on Amazon. So yeah. And I also like Sarah Jane Adventures. It's sort of like a friendly sort of kids sort of spin-off to Doctor Who. Because, and to tell you boys and girls about this, that Sarah Jane was originally one of the Doctor Who's companions back in the 70s until she left sometimes in the 80s. But she did came back sometimes in the 90s in this other show that's something to do with K9, the robot dog. Yeah. And then suddenly Sarah Jane came back in this episode called School Reunion in Doctor Who, sometimes in 2006. Yeah. And then until in 2007, they decided to have Sarah Jane to have her own series. Yeah. And yeah, and let's just say I remember this special, and it's sometimes way before the actual TV show came out for Sarah Jane, and it's called Invasion of the Bane, and yet it's just so good, amazing. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if anyone knows this show, and it's called Horrid Henry. Yes, it's okay if some of you who never heard of it or watched it, but if those who have seen it, then you're obviously gonna guess what I'm gonna talk about here. Well, let's just say I do have mixed feelings for the show. Sometimes I do like it, but sometimes let's just say there are some few moments I don't like in each episode. But it's mostly about perfect Peter or not so perfect because all he ever does is whining, crying, always telling tales, always making Henry to be in trouble. Oh my goodness. I mean, seriously, thinks that he's perfect and mature, but in some occasions he's not. I just don't like Peter very much, if I have to be really honest. I just think he's a jerk. Yep, but that's just my opinion. If there's a who likes Peter, that's fine, and that's your opinion. But you got to respect that my opinion is different, and yet Peter may be nice in some occasions, but some other times he can be quite annoying. Like, ugh. Especially Moody Margaret. Ugh. Ah, brother. That Moody Margaret, Moody Princess because she thinks she's a princess at times, but come on, give us a break, girl. I actually hate her guts. Tell me that. Okay. Oh yeah, and I remember the other day that someone told me that I think it was the 8th of March. It was a National Women's Day. Yes. And they told just say, I don't know much about what's International Women's Day, but I have done 2 videos about that long long time ago on my channel. If those of you who are able to remember those videos, that's totally fine. But if those of you who are new to my channel, be free to watch it. Yeah. Well, if I got this correctly, I think International Women's Day is just something about a day about women because they all need to be heard and noticing. And sometimes we just got to respect the woman, like we respect men. So yeah, both man and woman needs to be heard anyway. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay. And oh yeah, about last month on Valentine's Day. Well, I know some of you probably may gonna say it's a bit too late for that, Kay and Sparkle, but it's totally fine. Anyway, but for me, I'm not bothered. But all I can honestly say, I love Valentine's Day. I know not many people loves Valentine's Day that much, but I can be like that, like from time to time. Let's just say I do get mixed feelings. It just depends on what it is. I mean, I don't mind love stuff from time to time, but it just depends on what it is. But there are some that I'm not really a fan of, like smooching like this. Ooh, mwah, 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 mwah. Give me a kiss. Ugh. Okay, grow up, Caitlin. I think you've been getting to overreacting. Yeah, I bet you guys probably say the same thing. Okay, I kind of embarrassed myself. Sorry. And yes, and to tell you guys this, I know there are some few people who saying that they sort of have a crush on me, and that's fine. But can I just say gently that I don't want to upset you, but I'm not really into relationships or anything like that in case if somebody's gonna ask me to be the girlfriend or something. I hope anyone can understand that I'm not comfortable with people who begging me to be the girlfriend. So sorry. So that's my answer, and please respect, okay? And thank you for understanding. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about Disney princesses. I remember the DVD that I really have remembered long time ago as a kid, and it's called Disney Princess Stories. Some of you probably have seen it on my other channel that I just uploaded today. And yes, the one I remembered was number 3. Because the other 2, I don't remember the other 2 really. But the one I watched, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's called Beauty Shines Within. Yeah. And let's just say, if you really want me to, I can always show you the video of the one I'm talking about. So just give me a little second. Just bear with me. Oh boy. Here we go. Just hang on. Just need to check something. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry. Just I was just checking something. Okay, here we go. So this is the one I remember. Disney Princess Stories, Volume 3, Beauty Shines From Within. I sometimes like to like my own videos. And my dad keeps saying, do you think that's cheating? But I said, who cares if it's cheating? I mean, everyone can like their own videos. And if you notice, that's my own phone. That's just me recording my DVD thingy on the DVD player on my phone. But I had this sort of thingy set for it to keep my phone still. So here we go. Here we go. Oh, Twitty, it's very snowy. Oh, Pixie done. Which Disney princess comes first? Ariel.
Hi, I'm Ariel. Oh, I'm afraid I have the giggles today. Have you ever gotten the giggles and you just couldn't stop laughing? Oh, I think laughing's terrific. It makes me feel so good inside. Do you feel good when you laugh too? I used to think laughing made everybody feel good. That is, until a grumpy sorcerer blowfish cast a spell to stop me from laughing. Isn't that mean? Oh, I couldn't believe it. Luckily, in the end, that old blowfish wasn't as grumpy as we thought. But then, oops. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Should I tell you my story from the beginning? Okay. Sebastian was teaching his daily class. So, in the end, the sorcerer blowfish discovered the happiness inside himself. And I was able to laugh again, which made all my friends very happy too. Well, I better be on my way. Will you come visit again soon? You will? Wonderful!
Hi, Ariel. Yep. And the thing is, guys, you know the bit when she said about a grumpy blowfish. Let's just say I know not many people know this, but it's okay if you never heard about this. But there are some few people, including myself, are aware of it. And let's just say the Little Mermaid has their own TV show back in the 90s on Disney Channel. But for my own memory, I remember watching the episodes from that TV show, and it's basically I remember watching it on the VHS when me and Sophie used to be in primary school together. Yeah, and basically, well, the thing is, guys, I remember that's how I remembered anyway. Until I sort of remember watching it again on that peculiar DVD that you see me watching just then. So yeah. And the episode that Ariel was talking about just then is actually based from the episode called Giggles, because everything is always had to be about giggling and laughing, full of joy, happiness, having fun, like I'm so happy, and woo. Okay, I'm not really. I just acting.
Hello there. I'm Cinderella. Would you like to hear a story? Oh, I'm glad you do. I was hoping we could spend some time together. How would you like to hear the story of when I first met the prince? was during the time I was living with my stepmother and two stepsisters, Anastasia and Drizella. The prince and I have been living happily ever after ever since. It's been a dream come true. Do you have dreams too? Well, if you keep dreaming, I just know that someday you too can make your wishes come true. Goodbye.
Hi, Cinderella. Yes.
Hello, I'm Jasmine. Did you see the snow outside? It's pretty, isn't it? Living in Agrabah, I've only seen snow a couple of times, and that's mainly when we've traveled to faraway lands with Carpet or Genie. Aladdin says the snow can look beautiful when it's quiet and peaceful, but it can also be dangerous in large amounts. I guess you really can't judge things by the way they look. I'm certainly glad Aladdin doesn't. It's important to have someone who loves you no matter what. Do you agree? Even during a time when I looked very scary, Aladdin always treated me like I was beautiful. It all started when two magical spirits were arguing about love. Wasn't that a wonderful story? Aladdin didn't care what I looked like. He still loved me for who I was, and because of that, he was able to see something pretty inside me. Well, I better be going. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Hi, Jasmine. Well, that's it then. Yep. Okay. And speaking about that DVD anyway, that's how I discovered the episode The Giggles from the Little Mermaid TV show, and this episode called Eye of Beholder from Aladdin TV show. Yep. So that's how I remembered. So yeah. Ugh. But it's quite disappointing why Disney Plus don't have Aladdin TV show, for God's sake. Oh, I wish they could have Aladdin TV show on it. One of us just wants to watch it. Honestly, Disney's sake. Oh, brother. Oh, Mickey Mouse sake. Oh, Mickey. Ugh. Okay. And I do remember in this scene when Jasmine was sort of spell where she got turned into a snake after pulling this sort of thingy potion that cat woman gave to her in the marketplace. Well, the thing is, boys and girls, when I was a little girl, I didn't like the way Jasmine looks when she was as a snake. It always used to give me the spooks. Not anymore, but it did used to. I always find it the bit when Aladdin was trying to encourage her, and then suddenly Jasmine was like, just give you quite a jump scare by hissing at Aladdin's face like this, and then go away, and then she just storms off. That scene really scared the hell out of me as a kid. I used to have nightmares of that as a kid. Not anymore though, but I did used to. Goodness, blazing Disney. Oh, well, okay. And to tell you guys this, there's lots of things that I've always been scared of as a kid, but let's just say there are some few things that I still get scared of, but there are some few that I'm not anymore. And well, like I just mentioned just then, when Jasmine was as a snake, so like that, I used to get scared of that, but not anymore. And well, I rather don't start mentioning about this whole thing now because it's getting nighttime and I don't want to get spooked by them by talking about it. I hope anyone can understand because sometimes, because I'm literally on my own in this room, the front room on my own, on the table, on my laptop, talking to you guys on live. So yeah, it's difficult for me, Yeah, okay. And I know some of you probably think that I'm okay, and I do appreciate that I'll be fine. Okay, and let's talk about channels. Like if you think about Disney Channel, for example. Okay, so first of all, I know I said this loads of times already that I never really watched this channel as a kid because I never really aware of it. Same thing for Disney Junior. Well, it was called Playhouse Disney, but they changed it into a different name, Disney Junior. I don't understand why they have to change it. I mean, if I have to be really honest, when I watch some videos of Playhouse Disney on YouTube, it kind of reminds me of Cyberbees actually. It does from the UK, know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but believe me, Cyberbees is just one of those things that I've always loved the best growing up. Yeah, I kind of stopped watching Cyberbees is sometime in 2012 when I was only 11 at the time. Yeah, and that's how I stopped watching Cyberbees because it's not the same anymore. Yeah. Well, believe me or not, but the Cyberbees that we have nowadays, it's just not the same. I just feel that they need to get rid of it. I have to be honest. I know I can't control that, but still, I just think it's about time we need all the old stuff back. Yeah. I hope. Well, I'll just say I'm not too sure if anyone will agree with me on this point, but I mean, to those who have watched Cyberbees the same as me, then you probably get what I mean, because it's just sad to miss the old shows that we used to watch. I mean, I would love to watch them again on the telly, because if you think about it, when you were a kid, we always used to watch things from the television, something like that. Until once we get older, we all got used to the social medias and stuff like that. Yeah, well, I'm not really always that sort of used to having to be on social media from time to time, but I don't mind YouTube and Facebook. They're the only ones that I personally prefer. Oh, and Instagram as well, and Twitter as well. Yeah. I don't really like Discord, to be honest. I'm sorry those who likes this sort of thing called Discord, but for me, I'm not comfortable really because I just rather I did kind of lock myself in it like 2 years ago, but I kind of stopped going on it because what's the point? So it's kind of waste of time being on there. So I just thought it's just for the best. And that same thing for TikTok. I don't really like TikTok anyway. I just don't quite understand why people are so obsessed with it. Yeah. Okay. But that's just my personal opinion. So please don't take me too seriously, okay? Thank you. Oh. Okay. If you want me to, we can go on my channel. Just hang on. Just need to get my channel on. Come on. Okay. Here it goes. Here we are. Here's my channel. Yeah. I don't know if anyone have seen my Teletubbies review quite yet. I know some of you have seen it anyway, because I can tell. 99 views. But if those of you who haven't seen it, it's okay. You can always be free to watch it anytime you like. Just take your time, no rush. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you know this post that I just did like yesterday? Well, I've always curious of how you guys discovered me, and I do have few comments anyway. So yeah. Oh, and speaking about that, I did kind of put a post about someone has been using one of my videos from my channel where I do talking lines. I hope everyone can be supporting and understanding that I need your help to encourage that person who stole my video to remove it for me, because they didn't even ask my permission, and they neither even concerned me for it, meaning they didn't even bother to come to me first before asking my permission. So I hope everyone can please, you know, I appreciate if you do, if you have a TikTok account. Okay. Oh yeah, this. I was talking about like which version of the Teletubbies that we'll prefer. If I had to be honest, I would say the old one, because I remember watching the one that came out back in the 90s. I know some of you may grow up with the one in 2016, but I prefer the one that just came out in the 90s, because that's what I grew up with, because I remember used to watching on the VHS. And there's me as a boy. In case you're gonna ask me, it's on Snapchat. Yeah. So if I was a boy, I would definitely look like that. I don't know if I would, but okay, it's getting creepy. Ugh. Oh yes. Which season is your favorite? I say spring and summer, because they're the best season ever. Because I just like the air, the breeze, sunshine. Not too much sunshine, of course, because sometimes the sun can be really bright. Yeah, I remember this show. I remember watching it on, I would say, I, if I'm not mistaken, because I remember watching it in my caretaker's house. He looks after kids when their parents are either busy, like, going somewhere or going to work or something. I remember watching this on the telly. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I must have watched it on either Nick Jr. or maybe it could be Playhouse Disney at the time, when Playhouse Disney was the thing. If you get what I mean. So yeah. Oh, little Callie. Oh yeah, in case you're gonna ask me, that's she's my second cousin. Oh yeah, this. If I have to be really honest, I can't understand adults sometimes, because they always think worse about Peppa Pig just because they saying that Peppa is always a sort of like naughty, and she always saying nasty things about her own dad, or stopping her own dad doing what he wants to do, and she always call her dad fat, or by saying that he has a big tummy. I do get it from time to time, but sometimes some adults can be way too far, because sometimes there are some few adults who may have some few good points, but there are some few points like that they just making assumptions, like like out of order, if you get what I mean. And I just think it's just getting pathetic. Yeah. And I did say here, I know they mean well, but I think they need to face the fact that Peppa Pig is not always that bad. I do I do get it about where they're getting at. Meaning, I do understand since I already know what Peppa Pig is really like from time to time. But the fact that the kids don't always learn it from Peppa Pig, I mean, they can learn it from their own parents, not from a cartoon. I just think the adults just don't even realize that. I mean, if you get what I mean, is that sometimes some parents may say that all the cartoons always teach the children's like bad things, but it's not always. I mean, I don't know anymore. Oh boy. Oh yeah, you know about this sort of thing about how old all the chipmunks, all the Gepettes are. Well, if I have to be really honest, I would say Simon is the oldest of all the others. If I have to be really honest. So yeah, okay. Sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, get back here. Okay, so on this bit, if I have to be really honest, I know people may still have their own complaints about the movie of the live action of the Little Mermaid. It's fine by them, but I just started to realize that I think people are just getting a bit too serious and can be way too far for sometimes in some few points really. And I do. I mean, I know they mean well, but sometimes I just think they need to, like just stop complaining and get used to the movie, no matter how much it bothers them. Because I don't always judge a movie. I do judge some few movies, but I don't always take it too personally, unlike other people do. So yeah. Okay. Oh, oh yeah, 2000 is the best year of all. Yeah. I remember this show. Yep, definitely. Oh yeah, the reason why I made this post about which versions of the era we all personally love, I would say all of them, but the original though I would say because I really loved the film. So yeah, but I still love Ariel in any of the other movies and shows, of course. And yes, I know not people not really too fond of the new one, even though it's not really out yet. But still, I just just think people really need to start judging something that even though it's not out yet. I just think it's get a bit too lazy thinking stuff like that. I mean, can't people just ever get a grip or something? I'm sorry for my language, but yeah. Okay. Every time, videos always have to be deleted. No, 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 no. Oh, great. Stupid mouse. Looks like I have to get back to what I'm up to. Come on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sometimes I always have to keep pressing the wrong thing. Blame the mouse. Okay, just bear with me, guys. Get back down. Nearly there. Okay. Finally here. Almost there. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Okay. Delete. So, oh, nope. Sorry. Delete that. There you go. Oh yeah, Ballerina. I love that film so much. I was going to mention anyway, something about something to do with Disney. So let's just say I kind of said on the post by saying, as a true Disney fan, I don't really care what those critics say because I just love or like whatever which movie it is, depends on what the movie is or what it's about. And yes, and no matter what the animation looks like, because it doesn't really that matter to me. And yet, depending on what the movie is, it is still great because the story is appealing and inspires other people. I just think people need to stop complaining and get over it. I'm sorry to say it, but it needs to be said. I don't know what's the big deal is. If people don't like what Disney is doing in nowadays, then that's fine. But why bother? All of this behavior from other people is honestly getting annoying in nowadays. Unlike almost everyone, I don't go and misjudge the new movie before seeing, and I would judge Disney for whatever they do to make us entertained and happy. But that depends on what interests me. And yet, people keep saying about is it going to be the death of Disney? But clearly, Disney is not dying. People are just assuming it by jumping to conclusions. So stop making things up, boys and girls. It just getting a bit dramatic. Okay. I'm starting to think it's probably obvious that almost everyone wants to bring Disney down for whatever the reason is, but I don't know. But that's just my thought. This is my own opinion and stating my own facts as well. And I'm not here to upset anyone, and I hope anyone can understand that I'm saying that these are all my own personal facts. So please don't take me too seriously. I'm just sharing my own personal opinion or facts. Okay. Just hang on, guys. Just need to do something. There we go. Found it. And these are what all the other people have said. Okay. And there's one comment that I kind of agree with. And they kind of said people gave Disney and Pixar way too much hate ever since the late 2010s. When they released movies like The Incredibles 2, World Breaks the Internet, Frozen 2, Toy Story 4, and Raya and the Last Dragon, where despite receiving positive reviews, they all received mixed to negative reactions from most critics and fans of the originals, where they described them as being bland, slow, and forgettable, and for being the true downfall of Disney, even as someone like this person, including myself, who enjoyed those movies, I do have to admit that they all have their fair and share flaws, but I still like them regardless. When people think Disney no longer make good quality movies, and the recent film Wish was pretty much the final nail in a coffin for a lot of people, where they think that the movie is the death of Disney now. And I also seen people compared Wish to other movies made by different animation studios like Puss in Boots, The Bad Guys, Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, Trolls Band Together, Spider-Man, and Super Mario. Movie because of the fact that DreamWorks, Illumination, and Sony Pictures Animation have been doing better in terms of good quality movies than Disney ever does. And if there's never made a good movie since Moana, and not trying to play too safe and not rely on nostalgia or something like that. And I don't know if you've seen that movie is not made by Disney because people are really over hyping them so much. Not that they're bad movies, since those movies are actually some of my favorite films of all times. Yeah, like I said, I have to agree with this person. Oh, good. Just hang on, guys. I got something else. I think I have another one just then. Trying to find it. Aha, here we go. Here we go. See? Just another one that you need to see. Okay, and so that's it, I'm afraid. So I'll leave you guys to it. I'm sorry if I bored you guys on this video. So if you still have your fun, then that's fine. So yeah. And I actually kind of enjoy doing this, actually. So yeah. So yeah. And in case anyone's going to ask me, I'm actually fine, because I know you probably have heard me coughing a few times in the video, but well, I may sound like I have a sore voice, but my voice is fine. But let's just say, because sometimes having a cold can sometimes can give me a croaky like time to time. But I'm used to it, really. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna turn it into like Princess and a Frog sort of thing. So you get the joke. I'll leave you guys to it. Have a nice day and have a lovely night. Goodbye, boys and girls. Enjoy your time. Bye.